Hi everyone, day 7 already, and we are building your business offline. Now, from the day you've joined FM, you should have already invested in some of the flyers that head office have, some business cards, and you've then decided to shout, to everybody on your Facebook profile what you're doing. Now, we need to also remember that it's not just about Facebook. You've got next door neighbours, you've got people who live 2 streets away, you've got people locally that still want to buy perfume. So you need to go out and sell your business offline, because that is where you're going to get a lot of repeat custom from. I still do, and I still add team members locally, because I've built up a reputation locally for being the FM person to go to. So I also attend local networking groups, which is it's about £3 a month whenever you turn up to them. I haven't been for a couple of months now. But that is where I've built a lot of my contacts up, because people who are in our team now who've joined from Carlisle, I've met through that group. They all know who I am. They know what I do because I've done talks and everything else about working a business from home. So there's no excuse why you can't do that locally either. Have a look on Facebook, have a look on the internet, Women's Institute groups, any networking groups. There's got to be one locally. If there isn't, why don't you set one up for other mums who work in, maybe Avon, or they're doing Clean Easy, Unique, anything like that. Create a local group where mums can get together over coffee, kids can have a play, and you can talk about running a business from home. And that's how you start to build connections. The group that I'm a member of is for women throughout business. So it's people who've maybe got candy carts, they're doing printing, they're working from home, they're doing like FM, they're doing Avon. Who else is there? There's people who paint, there's accountants, there's virtual assistants, but they're all women who share the common purpose of wanting to better themselves. So that is the group I'm part of. And as I say, it's only £3 whenever you turn up. And you just network and you just chat to each other, and then people get to know you for what you do. So I can't stress enough how important networking groups are. Now, Women's Institute, I'll just briefly again touch on that. There's bound to be one locally. At the minute, the Women's Institute are trying to get people away from thinking that there's something like a Femmerdale farm. They are, they've got modern women there. They're not just all farmers' wives or anything like that, even though they probably will be, but they've all got money. So they always look for speakers at events. And that's what you can go with. You can go with that view to approach them. Say, look, I work from home. I do, sell fragrances and perfumes. I don't want to sell the products to you. I'd like to maybe perhaps come and talk about what it's like to actually work from home, because there's so many other women, farmers that work from home. The solitude, so they like the company. So you can then go ahead with the view to target them to do a talk on time management, how to use online, how to build networks, how to, be focused and work from home for yourself. So you could do that. You could target that angle to be a speaker. And again, it's word of mouth. Then, somebody who they know will come to you and say, right, I saw you speaking at the last Women's Institute. Have you got any perfume? Can I join your team? Blah, blah, blah. And it snowballs from there. So really do establish yourself locally as the person to go to. You have to see your business like I've always seen it. When I started FM, I was the only person in Cumbria. There was nobody. The nearest Orchid was up in, can't remember, up in Scotland somewhere. She doesn't do it anymore. There was nobody anywhere. I was the nearest other one, I think, was probably down Preston way, a bit further down. And that was it. So I was on my own. And, again, I'm on my own. I don't know anybody. I didn't. What did I do? There was no Facebook when I started. So you have to remember this, that, I built my business up from, there was nothing. I had to promote locally. I had to do party plan. I needed the money anyway. But it's referrals, recommendations, and word of mouth. So I done the flyers, I done shop drops, I done the parties, and I recruited locally. Then I took a year out because I went to work full time. lost my job, come back, and Facebook was around. So that's when I, started using Facebook locally, and then joined the networking group locally. You've got to get out locally. I can't stress enough how much you cannot rely solely on Facebook. That's why make sure you've got a presence on Pinterest. Make sure you've got a presence on Twitter. Make sure you've got a presence on Instagram. Don't just rely on Facebook to get sales and team members, because you're going to be seriously let down if that's what you think. Now, I'm going to add a video now about building a business on a budget. Add on it, and I don't expect you guys to spend a fortune. You don't need to spend a fortune when you're starting up on business. You just need business cards, get some hot pockets made, and do some shop drops and go around pubs. Even like if you go up the town and you're going to the like New Look, River Island, any of those shops, they've all got staff. So give them a little organza bag with some samples in and a business card and say, look, I'm not sure if you've heard of FM, but I do this locally. I'm the person locally to come to. Stand out from anybody local to you. As I said, that's what I was going to say before. When I first started FM and I was the only one in Cumbria, I wanted to be the only person that people came to in Cumbria, because I knew it was going to grow, and I knew, and it's still such a new business, even though it's old now, but it's still so many people are not part of FM or have even tried it. So you have to get the mindset that you are the most experienced person in FM locally. You want everybody to come to you to buy products. You want everybody to come to you to book a party. You want everybody to come to you to join their team, to get them to join your team. So make sure you are standing out on Facebook, on your personal profile, as being the expert in FM, and people will come to you. They'll ask you to speak and do events and things like that. Do local events. Make sure you're looking at doing some like community centres and things like that. They have Christmas fairs. We're going to be coming into Easter fairs, Valentine's. Start prepping now for Valentine's especially, and get known to be the person to go to. So yeah, you've got the hot pockets, and we've got shop drops. eBay. My husband sells a lot of stuff on eBay. And he always puts my flyers in his, whatever he's posting out, a flyer goes in it. So if you're selling clothes, if you're selling anything else, make sure that you are getting your name out there via eBay. What else have we got? The network marketing. You need to be doing local businesses as well. And, do you maybe already do another business? Do you do the bath bombs? Do you do Unique? Do you do Avon? You've already got a customer base there. Use your customers for FM. Give them a sample in their order. There's nothing wrong with that. So use the base that you've got already. There's a lot of people, they're doing the pearls and things like that. So there's nothing wrong with doing, a live party where you're giving some FM products for, as part of a prize as well. You need to be getting the name out there. Brand yourself. You've all seen the t-shirts that I've got. We've got pens. FM have got pens. You can get logos for everything. Make sure that when you are doing parties or doing events and doing anything, recording wise, have the FM logo on. You want people to recognize you as the expert. You have took time to wear, FM clothing. You look professional, and that's what's going to make you stand out from anybody else. And that's certainly what made me stand out, was by being seen to be the expert in FM. And you need to do that. You need to read the brochure loads of times so you know what you're talking about, and then people will come to you for the products. Now, what else? Donate to charity. You've got the local PTAs, you've got local community centres. They're always looking for funds. They've got groups. So start with the local community centre and see what groups go there, because most of them will be needing some funds. So offer 15% from, say, January, that will go to their charity or whatever they're fundraising for. The local parent and toddlers. Offer your products, and then you can give them business cards, brochures, samples, and then you can get parties. It just snowballs. If you are not making that first move, people are not going to come to you. They don't know you exist. So you need to get your voice out there locally. Give a lot of flyers to them, to the mums and toddlers. Go to the soft play centre. Leave some in the toilets. Oh my God, I've done so many competitions locally. What you could do is, I would have a business card, and I would put it in the toilet doors whenever I went out on a weekend, and I would do it on my page. I'd say even on my personal profile, local friends, I've just been, you know, up the town for a few drinks and I've left a few business cards. The first person to screenshot me that business card that I've left in certain toilets in the town will get a bottle of perfume. And that was a great fun game, because my friend even said, you know, she's, oh my God, this would be from, I don't even think it was the day I was doing this, but she said, you know, oh my God, I can't believe you get everywhere. Because she took a photo of my business card. It was in one of the toilets. I think it was at the bingo. So it's just little things like that make a huge difference. You know, leave them lying in toilets and, you know, on the side of, you know, bank cash points and things like that. Make your hot pockets, because they are fantastic. So buy a box of business cards off Vistaprint, but aim to get rid of that box of business cards by the end of the month. So you should always be going through boxes and boxes every single month, and that's you getting the name out there. Try and get matte business cards, because you can spray perfume on the matte business cards and it'll stick to it. The shiny ones, the scent won't stick. So try and always aim to get some matte business cards. So we've done about donating to charity and doing local events and fundraisers. You know, 15% I think is very, very, you know, ample. Some people do 10. I think that's a bit tight. You know, think of the bigger picture and join, you know, the networking groups, because that's where the conversation is going to happen locally. Networking groups, in the shops, anything like that. That is where you need to be established. You know, go in there, take samples to salons and things like that. And just, you don't have to go in, you know, with a big sales pitch, because I know that that's what people fear. You know, it's like, oh, what am I going to say? Just go in with, you know, 5 samples in an organza bag. You don't even have to give them a book. Give them a flyer and give them a business card and say, hi, my name's Sharon. I'm not too sure, you know, have you heard of FM? I do FM locally. I've got a large team, and I just wanted to, you know, let you introduce myself to you, and here's some samples. If you want anything, give us a ring, because I'll do you a nice wholesale offer for your first bottle. That's all you need to say, and that's it. And then go out, walk into the next shop where there's loads of women. And don't forget, it's not just women. We've got men who actually can wear fragrances. So always think about where you can promote your business locally. So the gym, join a cookery club, church, fundraisers, community centres, do the shop drops. You know, really get yourself out there. Don't let anybody else do it. Make sure people know you for being the FM person. Speak to you all soon. Bye.